I see Julian super chat, which is perfectly timed. Because we have the KAK rail. Now the KAK rail is really good. It's really, really good. It's a basic rail. Now, of course, I got a full disclosure. I'm a dealer for KAK. I talk to KAK. And I don't know how many times I'm going to say KAK in this conversation, but I use these rails in just about all of my builds. So I buy these quite often.
That might be why KAK is in chat.
Might be why KAK is in chat. Yeah. And it might also be because I talked them into, doing some stuff for me with the suppressed only barrels, and apparently they're selling really well for them. So, I have no financial relationship with them other than I give them money, to be clear. I give them my money because I think the product is good. So the way that the product hooks up, I didn't have one here disassembled, so I wasn't going to pull one apart. Essentially, you have a barrel nut, you have your 2 aluminum wedges, you have your 2 kind of big steel bolts. These go down to 40 inch-pounds. You have a good amount of contact between your barrel nut, between your handguard. The 2 cross bolts also act as anti-pull-away tabs, so the rail can't walk forward on you, of course. And then the rail has anti-rotation tabs on it, which in theory will allow you to, keep it really tight up against your upper receiver. Now, one thing that I will note is that on certain upper receivers, you actually have to pound the handguard in place because the 2 alignment tabs are just ever so slightly undersized. So you just tap it in place with a rubber mallet, which I'm going to talk to KAK about this, but I personally prefer that. And so I have an idea for them for a K-spec rail that they could do with basically the same design, but a much tighter lockup. So I really like these rails. They're $100 retail and about 30% less than that on the dealer side. They're not particularly expensive. They're right at about 1 ounce per inch of length, if I remember correctly. 7-sided M-lock, good amount of meat, full pick rail, very rigid. And I know people who are running D2s on these currently, which is a like a $1,700 lamb, right? Without issue. So decent rail. Really good for the money. Don't know if there's a better one out there for the money. Yeah, KAK says it's tight like a tiger.
Yes, you are tight like a tiger.
Not sure if that's the expression I would use. Something like that.
Interference fit on an AR handguard. That's a new concept for me. I know some of the AK handguards you have to do that for, but
yeah. Well, and that kind of does help to hold everything in place, is having that friction. Now, where were we? We had just finished off the KAK. That might be the last time I say, no, it won't. I just thought about it. It won't be the last time I say KAK in this stream. Okay. We have too much KAK to talk about. All right. KAK rail. Where are you on the list? Hello? Are you not on the list? Gary?
But I put it on the list. I put it on the list. Where to go?
Well,
I had it on the list. Why is it not on the list?
It's fine. I'll just add it in. Let me see. There we go. All right. KAK rail, top of A tier. Good place for it. Good place for it right now.